Hey, this is Dave Loves Comics on TikTok here and anywhere in general. I may upload this on YouTube a little later on. But, I did a video a while back about some of the hurdles that I thought that Deadpool and Wolverine would, to be a real huge success. Right now it's out. I just left the film, so I just want to do a follow-up. Not necessarily a review of it. If you're going to see it, you're going to see it. If not, if you're not. But I think that, luckily, I think the best thing about the marketing is that they show X-23, Laura, in the film. So you immediately know that this is alternative Wolverine. And so for some people, it may be kind of jarring to them, but when Laura died, if you saw Logan, she was 11 years old around that age. So you see her in this film, she's 19 years old, and she's get a chance to have some closure of it. Because this film, when it was talked about, that it would be a sad story, that this would not interfere with the Logan, because this is something that happened. Logan was something that was in the future. And this is going to be a little sad story. But that's not the case. Multiverse, madness, different time frame. And not really, going into the movie. But I think that when people walk away from it, I think people are going to enjoy it. Who's real big fans of it. But this is weird. A lot of the Easter eggs in the movie I want to go into is for film buffs and movie fans, and and may get some kick out of it. But people who's really into the comics, I think a lot of Easter eggs is for comic book fans. But I think that one missing point, and more in my mindset, is in the comics, they did it different. Deadpool is not a mutant. And I know it's like, oh, that's not rocket science. But he's not a mutant, and he was someone who volunteered for the program as it was in the movie, in the Weapon X program. More in the comics, it's the blood of Wolverine and a mixture of it, of them trying to make another soldier, Canadian version of Captain America. And so the Wolverine program, Wolverine 10, like X is X-23. But the connection between, you would get it in X-Men Origins, which is kind of weird, of Deadpool was a product of Wolverine. And even Ryan Reynolds, one of his first acting jobs in the superhero genre, was actually playing Deadpool, even though that was a crazy, different, totally version that was, I guess, wiped from canon. But Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds have a deep friendship and connection with each other that overlaps the characters that they're actually playing. But it's one moment in the movie that I kind of saw, I thought it would click, that because these are alternative versions, that they can't really connect the same. Because maybe I knew a Deadpool in my world, and maybe Deadpool knew Wolverine in his world. But the Deadpool that we know has passed on, and we never really see the connection. But alternative or not, I would have loved for them to focus on that Deadpool is immortal and really can't die. And Wolverine is going to outlive a lot of people he's loved and cared about over in time beyond the superhero world. And so, as a sci-fi moment, the two last men standing, I thought that would have been a connection. Especially, it could have been alluded that Deadpool became who he was because of Wolverine, and more of a connection of it. And so, in the trailers, you see Deadpool said, "What? You need to save my world." It could have been almost like, "Well, you made me. I'm a creation of you. I am." Weirdly, Deadpool is Wolverine's Joker, in the Batman. You made me in a weird synopsis way. But that's something, I guess that's a different movie and stuff like that. I mean, it's entertaining, but a lot of the Rotten Tomatoes, now I'm not going by Rotten Tomatoes a lot of times, but people are comic book fans or Marvel heads, is like I myself was like, oh my God, it is Marvel's back into place. But a lot of more mainstream critics, it's just like, it's just too overwhelming. And and the thread of it, because you really don't need no glamour or high stakes, because just these two actors should be a box office draw with less simplified story. And I wish it would have been like they had a rapport just make believe that, hey, I remember you and such and such and such. But like I say, they're new to each other, and it plays on it real well. Watch out for spoilers and things like that. You know, I know a lot of YouTubers are saying that, but I mean, there's nothing really surprising in it because, and not to go all into that, because where it ends, you go like, well, okay, what's next? There's only one after credit scene, and it's just more playful about the movies and stuff like that. So it's not like, okay, like a lot of other YouTube channels and stuff, professionals said, well, it connects to Secret Wars and this and that and this and that. Nah, I don't see no, you know, I don't see no connection to it. This seems to be like a one set off story until Marvel, what you decide to do with Deadpool going forward. Will he be fully integrated into the Marvel universe going forward? I mean, Deadpool did a thing with Gorg from Thor on a couch for a video game a while back, but fully integrated into it. And so this movie is just an introduction of it, but it's really a Wolverine movie, I will say that. But I just make a little simple one. I may do something later on, talk about it, like, what in the world? Like, But, and one thing later on, which is popped in my mind too, that Captain America Brave New World, that trailer came up, and I'm going to do some hurdles for that. I said a lot of hurdles for Captain America. Like, really? Is this what we're doing? But, but everyone have a good night, man. See the movie if you do, man. And like I said, I just want to do a follow-up because I did a big thing about the hurdles, and a lot of the hurdles, I was like, yeah, it's still there. All right, peace out.